1 Peter 5:10. But the God of all grace, he who has called you into his eternal glory in Christ Jesus, after you have suffered a little while, will himself perfect, establish, strengthen, and ground you. Verse 12b. This is the true grace of God. Enter into this grace and stand in it. He is the God of all grace. Enter into his grace. We must use grace, possess grace, and apply grace. The personal aspect of grace with us all day long. And the corporate aspect of our Christian life for the church life. Because we are saints, the grace of the Lord must be with each one of us in every aspect of our daily life, in big things and small things. Paul the apostle counted all as dung. 'Twas God in Christ, he counted grace. Hymn 497. The goal of enjoying grace is the church. As we enter into the Lord's word, we will receive grace. When we enjoy these riches of the triune God, it becomes grace. Day by day, we should be open vessels to be continual receivers of grace and set our hope wholly and perfectly in this grace. The varied grace of God indicates the riches of the grace of God in its varieties, ministered by the saints one to another. As we share in the meetings, as we enjoy Christ in the meetings, as we speak to one another with grace, we experience the grace of God in its varieties. Saints, our God is the God of all grace. Grace can be received and it can be seen in the lives of the saints. Saints, as we go through sufferings and various situations, do not lose hope. The more sufferings, the more grace we experience. The Lord's promises are precious and exceedingly great promises. Grace is multiplied to us through our sufferings, limitations, and weaknesses. Grace is Christ as our burden bearer. The more burdens we have, the more opportunities we have to experience Christ as grace. The enjoyment of the Lord as grace is with those who love him. The enjoyment of the Lord as grace with his divine nature is by our receiving and abiding in the word of his grace, which includes all his precious and exceedingly great promises. Saints, grace be with your spirit. For of his fullness we have all received, and grace upon grace. Grace be with you, saints. This was taken from the Chinese Conference 2022, messages 2 and 3. For more information, visit lsmwebcast.org.